back to the channel and welcome to this episode of Mark's Garage. I'm here with the Honda Transalp and it is time to do the first oil change. So we're going to take the bike out of the garage. We are going to give it a lap around the lake, warm it up, come on back. And this should be a real treat because this should be fairly straightforward. And we'll do the first one and kind of walk you through it. So let's get after it. The Honda Transalp oil change is fairly straightforward. Right here we're zooming in on the bolt right in the center of the frame there. That's the oil drain plug bolt on the bottom of that knob. And by the way, on a future video we're going to be adding an engine skid plate here just to better protect the underside of that. You never want to hit that bottom end of the crankcase. That could be a problem. And then over here we have the oil filter right there. And so those are the two things. Undo the drain bolt, do the oil filter, top it off with some fresh oil. So we'll take a look at what tools we're going to use here. All right, here's a quick review of the tools and parts you're going to need. And we'll start off with 12 millimeter to undo the drain plug. Then we'll have a replacement crush washer. By the way, on these crush washers, there's a flat side and then a little bit of a rounded side. You just have to take a quick look. You can spot which side is which. The flat side goes up against the engine case, whether it's vertical or horizontal. The flat side goes against the engine. Okay, so we've got the Honda. There's the Honda oil filter. I also have a Honda oil filter wrench that fits this. I also have a torque wrench, which we'll be using to properly torque the drain bolt. We'll put the spec for that up. Of course, an oil drain pan. And right here we've got our Honda oil. I'm doing the 1030, which is recommended, but I'm also doing the full synthetic. Like running synthetic oil. So there you go. We will go ahead and loosen the oil filler cap here. Makes it nice for oil draining. There we go. Okay. Get our drain bolt released. There we go. You want to make sure that the oil drain pan is back about a foot from where you remove the bolt, because the oil, as you can see, definitely shoots out. Okay, here's the oil filter. It's got a 17 millimeter nut welded on the end of it, so there we go. It wasn't put on super tight at the factory. Tight enough. Looks like we're going to get a few drips here. There we go. All right, it is time to put the drain bolt in. We've got a new crush washer on, oriented correctly. All right, I'll get that turned in, and the torque value for the drain bolt is 30 Newton meters. So we're gonna do that next. There we go, 30 Newton meters. All right, we have just lubricated the O-ring on the filter. So we are going to just tighten that on. And so the spec calls for 26 Newton meters. By the way, on the oil drain plug, that's 30 Newton meters, not 26. This one calls for 26, but what I like to do is just, once it gets snug, tighten it up maybe another 1/2 to 3/4, just by hand. That's tight enough. You don't need to over tighten that. All right, so here we go. It's time to add the oil, 3.8 quarts. Again, this is the Honda 1030 full synthetic. Double check the filter, on and tight, hand tight. Double check the drain plug, torque to 30 Newton meters. We'll add the oil to the proper level, and we'll start the bike up, and we'll be all set. All right, we are going to start the Honda Transalp here after all the oil's been put in it. We'll turn the key on. Here we go. Check for leaks. Good there. All right, last thing we're going to do is we're going to reset the service and maintenance function here. This is the first time I'm doing this on this bike, so let's see if we can do this by getting into the menu. You push and hold there. Okay, and now you can see if we use the down button and we'll go to service and maintenance, we'll right click that, and that brings up some things for us. The distance and date for general service inspection, and then below that you can see oil. So let's go over here and let's see what we can put in. Looks like we can put in whatever miles we want for, I think we'll put 1,000 there for that inspection. Okay, and we'll go back now to oil. There we go. We'll go over to that and we'll put in what distance we want there. I'm going to set this just initially for 1,500. Okay. And that's it. Thanks for watching this episode of Mark's Garage. Hope you enjoyed that today. The Honda Transalp, a little oil change, fairly straightforward and simple, a little service indicator reset. All is good. That's about as easy as it can go for an oil change. We'll be doing one on my Honda Goldwing DCT. That's a little trickier, but that'll be fun as well. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you have any comments, certainly leave those and I'll do my best to get back to you. So, as always, until next time, take care.